All right. What's good, y'all? It's Kurt Nice. I'm your friendly neighborhood hip hop cultural representative. I'm just here to give y'all some more gems from back in the day. You know, old school heads like myself and even young cats can all agree that the 90s was the golden era. Now we start to diverge the opinions right there because it was actually the golden era of rap music, not necessarily the golden era of hip hop. That was the 80s. But without getting too deep into that, I want to thank y'all for taking the time to check out this footage right here. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on some recent controversy that's been going on. You might have already heard what's popping off with As Is and Eminem and the diss track that he made. And the extended part of that controversy that was expressed on Doggy Diamonds. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds for bringing the in-depth underground hip-hop interviews and keeping that alive. All right, if you are from those times, like some of us, you'll know that there was no social media back then. There was no YouTube, no Facebook, no Twitter, none of that stuff, no Instagram. So social media was more like the radio, magazines, and your occasional video show that was on cable. Now, most people across the country got MTV and BET, but there was also another form, which was cable, local cable channels. And out here in New Jersey, the most prevalent cable hip-hop show was Ralph McDaniel's Video Music Box. So everybody saw that, and then they saw the stuff that was on MTV, BET, so forth, and you just heard whatever was going on in magazines, and that was like most people's fans and stuff like that. Regular people, that was the most they would kind of get out of the hip hop culture as far as social media. So back in the day, I had a cable show too. Back in the early 90s. Matter of fact, we started back in 1990. I started my first cable show. It was a local cable show. It didn't reach beyond New Jersey, but in New Jersey, we was able to cover a lot of different stuff. And because we was doing video, we used to capture a lot of material. And this is back in the day where you know, no disrespect to y'all young cats that's doing reactions and stuff now, but you actually had to leave your house in order to get good hip hop material. You couldn't just surf through the internet and then find a video to comment on. Somebody else recorded something and then you could just talk about it. Back then, you actually had to leave your house and go to wherever the hip hop was at. So one of the spots that we used to go to a lot was the Pipeline in Newark. You know what I'm saying? In North Newark, Grafton Ave, over that area and shit. Lyrical Combat that used to go on, put out by Black 45, Black Galaxy Network. Y'all can check my channel. You can see some of the footage from that. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm bringing all that up is to say that we used to generate a lot of material on the video show that we couldn't use on the air because it was niggas smoking weed, it was niggas cursing, and, you know, a lot of, you know, drinking, whatever, you know, was going on in the background. So this is stuff that we couldn't really play on cable. So in the mid 90s, around 95, 96, I started a thing called Shades of Hip Hop, which was the first original video mixtape in hip hop at that time. And what we used to do is go out into the hood, go to different places, go to shows, go to people's studios, and all the footage that you see on your YouTube channels now, that was the type of stuff that Shades of Hip Hop used to capture. But you would never see that anywhere else unless you saw Shades of Hip Hop tape. And then after that, you had other people that started doing DVDs, but this was back in the day when it was still tapes. It was VHS tapes, you know what I'm saying, back then. We used to gather material from all types of people, and mostly underground cats, because that's what I particularly preferred. Me and my people's like the underground shit. Right, so we used to capture a lot of different Jersey underground, and so the regular audience could see what was going on behind the scenes, all the people that you wouldn't normally see on TV. We was capturing all of those people. At a certain point of doing Shades of Hip Hop, it was probably around it was our sixth tape actually. The sixth tape that we had came out was called Shades of Hip Hop The Goodness. showcase and performances from name brand artists on stage, but then we also went to the hood in Newark and captured a lot of underground cats. And one of the underground crews that we covered on Shades of Hip Hop The Goodness was a group called the Outsidaz. Shout outs to the Brick Mob, because Signot from the Brick Mob was the one who hooked up this situation to where we could get a bunch of people that was involved in Brick City underground hip hop culture together to come and record some footage. And we all met up at the Soul Digger studio. Shout outs to K-Mack and Bless. You know, they had a studio and they was doing, you know, beats for a lot of people at the time, including a lot of the people that you see that they're gonna see in this video. And they all joined us for that day and we recorded some live shit. And y'all have seen clips of that footage. Like anytime somebody mentions Slangton, they're gonna probably show a clip from my video from Shades of Hip Hop. All right, and I'm about to show y'all that too. But the thing that that people are talking about right now, the Outsidaz and Eminem and, you know, Young Z came on Doggy Diamonds and he said what he said after As Is had came on the day before and said whatever he said. And, you know, I'm just familiar with the cats on a face-by-face basis. So, but I don't know none of the inside politics. I don't know nothing about all of the controversies behind the scenes. But what I do know is when Signot put out the call for the outs and everybody to come through, there were certain people that came. And, you know, the two members actually from the Outsidaz that came that day was actually just As Is and Slangton. They was the only ones from the Outsidaz that actually came. Now, when you watch the footage, you'll see that Young Z actually was on the phone. He was talking to Slang a little bit later, but we'll get into that. He has a little cameo in there, you know, a little audio cameo. So shout outs to Z, shout outs to all of them actually, As Is, rest in peace Slangton, rest in peace Godmatic. You always hear people say, you know, the Govna, Dizzle Don the Govna, they're in the video too. Shout outs to DoItAll. DoItAll's in that video. Big Sev's in there. Shout outs to Tombstone, Jace is up in there. So there was cats that was always around. Mad Sewell was in some of that footage as well. But that type of footage is only, well, you will only see that on Shades of Hip Hop. All right, and I actually do have clips with cats rapping. So just to give you a little background on what it was like in the 90s and to see how things was, you know, when we was actually doing it, I just wanted to provide y'all with this little background clip. All right, so hope y'all enjoy it. And at the end, if you do enjoy it, don't forget to like the video so other people could see it. Subscribe to the channel for when I drop more shit like this, including the whole long form goodness. You know what I'm saying? The goodness. When I drop that, you'll be able to know if you hit that notification bell. All right, so check this out, man. I hope you enjoy it. All right. Like Jay-Z, eagerly anticipated, thinking I wouldn't make it with suicidal thoughts. I come to take it. The doors unexplored, rules of definition. Niggas can't do nothing but hate it. When Tupac died, drunk ride, then became strong inside. Knowing he made room for me to rise the arms that I can fly if I believe there's life after death. God bless B.I.G. I take this oath and swear on everything I own. From my heart, carve this on my tombstone. The judgment day appear, listen clear. Follow my zone, niggas. Why Jace take flight like a thief in the night? Stick wrap up, like counts pulling the heights. Use heaven as a step, it's embedded the rep. Plus, play the game of life better than chess. Take deep breaths, calm me down when I'm vexed. Spit rapping flows at you hoes, y'all can't fuck with. Or touch this like my click is a bag of hot potatoes. Follow my lead, shall I proceed? Head to the throne till I'm unable to breathe. Tombstone.com, you fuck down. What now, shaft the chick? Look how she's strut now. Niggas figured I'll blow when I trigger the flow. Book me for a show and I'm a rip it to go. Spitting the venom's flow, niggas sipping like Mo. Getting drunk, bouncing all over the flow. Yeah, Sean, KT race all the fake, y'all, I'm real. Like wars in a mess hall, I made a test draw. Take spots, blow your chest off, and your vest off. What? Let me see it. Let me rip that side shit for son. Right here, pull it up. Pick the joint up. Nah, man. Ready for war. Alright, yeah. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah.
Oh yes, it's so fresh. Watch us to try me. We black stars like most Def and Talib Kweli. You know so funny, show made me a believer. Y'all saw the axe copycats like Sigourney Weaver. After my first year, I became a felon. No telling how much weed I got caught for selling. Indeed, you off the hellin', off and smelling, dwelling your bitch ass yelling. Very often, I'm high as high, so tired. I'm in the church, friend, been drinking for hours cursing. You can go out. Y'all can have it. Jace and hip hop, baby. Outsidaz. Out here.
The cool tail for gold and so fair. When I played all the tools still with sounds of the land. I stole it for hand. From sheep for face is discreet like the clan. Hey, 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 what you say? My AK spray on a payday in May. 4 penetrate, 8 most stiff late trader, amputate and left floating in the lake. Parts of dark time, my favorite spark time. Half ounce of diesel to defeat any hard time. Spark my blood, say the hip hop. Only on the shades and hip hop. That's that hot underground rough shit. I'm taking my man Milky Way. Outsidaz. Yeah, Outworld, baby. Yeah. Outworld, baby.
Back it up a little bit. Run the track.
Yeah, step back in the court, dog.
Your mom.
Yeah. Yo, moms and pops made me lazy, raised me crazy. They had no love for the baby. No need to hex or curse ya. I spit a verse to hurt ya. Way worse than Ray Mercer. Not drinking enough, way beyond sober. Pushing a Land Rover, bound to flip over. I'll stop dropping Papa 3 from top of the key. 70 shots consecutively, playing sloppily. Battling me, bound to be icy on neck back and knee. Respecting the fuck out of OUTs and AZIZZ. Besides me, Z and Lover, it ain't another brother, a motherfucker from Russia to the motherland. Fucking with ants, the ill valedictorian from foreign land. With a pen in my hand, I disassemble a man in red and tan that resembles a crazed fan with low self-esteem. Your pop's a drag queen, your mom's a tap fiend. I've been killing for creams since 16.
You understand what I'm saying? Word. Alright now. 24 Commerce Street.
Yeah, Outsidaz. My name's Slangton. I'm just happy to be here. These niggas, I stumbled on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Pardon me. We represented by the drop. Alright, it's a shade of hip-hop. Shades of hip-hop. Alright, look. I'm gonna start off with my hip-hop tat. Let's show everybody my hip-hop tattoo. Yo, we got Young Z.
Live.
Yo, we got Young Z live on the walkie-talkie. I'm talking to the camera, Z. So you gotta speak into the mic, yo. Speak into my dick. We on Commerce Street, nigga. 24 Commerce Street. You interrupting, man. You're not being, upstairs on the 14th floor, nigga. Yeah. Out.
Only answer my question.
Alright, Outsidaz this summer, we gonna bring it for the bricks. Nigga, bombs lit, I put you in the trunk quick. I run with a style that got mad bodies on it. You catch it walking around screaming, fiending for more battles. It's dirty rotten, like the Puerto Rican store apples. And when I press the big red button, the bomb drops. I set it off like lazy niggas do alarm clocks. The massive shit, the most catastrophic rapper, bitch. When it comes to attacking clicks, I'm arrogant, disastrous. The worst, I put deep dish hammers on a hearse. And stay smoked out like the coke house on the first. I'm bugged out like my phones, the Mac of the black Chevy. That rap about crack on tap sellies. Of course it's the raw shit. Yo, I don't wanna go on tour with, cause he guaranteed more applauses when Teller does his chorus. I'm a sick puppy, I consider $5 trick money. I'm a booster. I used to make my super pay my rent for me. The niggas don't even like mics, they scared of it. Afraid to blow the spotlight, paranoid terrorists. I searched the city streets and Jimmy G's for 60 weeks to catch ya. Battle you and eat you like Hannibal Lecter. Put the style on the hospital stretcher for trying to rhyme by me. You better off slapping John Gotti at a mob party and step up. I eat your style, beat your rep up. Who's next up? We can battle for a quarter or an extra. No matter which way, I get paid. Your shit's played. You bitch made and I'm a grenade. Use a switchblade. You dumber than grown men still in the 6th grade. I'm smarter than cops that caught the plumbing before they raid. My hip hop make niggas cop tapes. You see through like scotch tape. You get took out like hot dates, bitch.
Yo, acid, stand next to me. Tuck your acid, come on, show them the recipe.
I gots to be the hottest nigga this 99 to the next century. You remember me? I'm the motherfucker AZ, IZZ, Attribute Aziz, and the B's. Number 7 out the OUTs. Smoke more MCs than cannabis and tea. This the Guyanese, get stuck like Siamese. Then tied to trees for being my rivalries. Fuck false prophecies, celebrity mockeries. I'm here to replace all the dead MCs. Came back as the third eye, word eye, murder. Took Earth over, beige interior rover. Business in Dover, ex-Viking, now a soldier. Dislocating shoulders with more flips than a Motorola. Y'all niggas got the cold shoulder, pull over. Told the cop to eat nuts. I told the bitch to lick dick and sniff butt.